Hi, in this video, I got the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 2. This is the old Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 2 that I have. The camera lens is a little bit dirty. I'll clean that up. Right, so now it's clean, and you can see the cover screen has a minor scratches. It is the main screen. It looks really smooth. And this is the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 2 LTE. In this video, I'm going to show you how to upgrade your Galaxy Z Fold 2 from LTE to 5G. So this phone is still powering on, and there we go. And as you can see here, the storage, the Galaxy Z Fold 2 only has 256 GB and 12 GB RAM. So I'm going to upgrade the storage as well. And if you see the mobile network, this is the network mode looks like. It has 2G only, 3G only, 3G or 2G auto connect, LTE 3G 2G auto connect. And as you can see here, it only has 4 signal indicators and 4G plus icon. I'm going to run the speed test to see the result. This is the speed test of the 4G network. As you can see here, the download is 135 megabits per second and the upload is 4 megabits per second. And as you can see here, the battery and device care, storage is 214 gigabytes remaining. As you can see here, this is the Galaxy Z Fold 2 LTE, and you can see the model name is F916B. And if you go to the software information, you can see here it runs the latest one, UI 5.1.1. The baseband version is F916B, and you can see this the service provider version. This is my local country. You can see it's F916B with the service provider code XID, which means this Galaxy Z Fold 2 is made in Indonesia. So the only thing that I'm going to do is to upgrade the Galaxy Z Fold 2 from LTE to 5G. So that's what I'm going to do. So first, I'm going to power off the phone, and let's take it apart. So first, put the heat gun on the back glass. And as you can see here, this is what it looks like on the inside. And first, I'm going to take off the NFC pad. As you can see here, there are 8 screws holding down the top plastic. As you can see here, this is the NFC look like, and the top plastic, it has large hole, so that means this is the US version. The Europe version doesn't have this kind of hole. This is for the high band 5G modules. there are 5 screws holding down the bottom plastic. As you can see here, this is the bottom plastic look like. So what I'm going to do is to replace the motherboard and the charger port. I'll start by removing the Wi-Fi cable, the signal cable, and the charging cable. Unplug the flexible cable, the battery, and the power button. Remove the front facing camera. As you can see, this is the front facing camera look like. There are 3 screws holding down the motherboard. Once that removed, I can lift up the motherboard, and this is what the motherboard looks like. This is the LTE version, and as you can see here, the LTE version doesn't have the 5G modems, and you can see there's no 5G modems on the top and on the right side, and on the bottom the motherboard is also doesn't have the 5G modems, and it also doesn't have the socket for the 5G millimeter wave antenna. There's 1 screw left holding down the charging port board. Once that removed, I can lift up the charging port, and this is what the charging port looks like, and it has the soldering mark. The top one is NA North America, this one is AUR Europe, this one is Korea, China, and Japan. This soldering mark, that means this is the Europe version of the charging port. And you can see here, there's also a soldering mark on the motherboard. You can see letter U is for USA, letter B is for Europe and international version, letter N is for South Korea, letter number 0 is for Hong Kong, China, and Taiwan, letter J is for Japan, and letter C, I think this is for Canada. There are 3 cameras there are 3 cameras connected into this motherboard, and this is what the motherboard looks like. So what I'm going to do is to replace it with another motherboard and the charger port. This is the motherboard and the charger port that I bought for around $50, 50 US dollars. And as you can see here, this motherboard has the 5G modems on the top and on the right side. Also on the bottom, the motherboard also has the 5G modems. And you can see the soldering mark is number 0. I picked the Chinese version because it has the 512GB storage. And you can see there are these 2 sockets, and I bring the motherboard for service for the socket installment, because this socket is for the installment of the 5G millimeter wave modules. But I don't have the complete set of 5G because I can't find where can I buy the 5G millimeter wave antenna for this Galaxy Z Fold 2. And you can see here, this is the charging port board. As you can see, it's on the soldering mark is on CHN. That means it's China, and you can see it also has the letter CHN. That means it's China. So I'm going to install that motherboard and put it all back together. So that's what I'm going to do. One screw, and then install the camera that I removed it from the 4G motherboard and install it to the 5G motherboard. Alright, okay, this is a little bit difficult. Alright, I heard the click sound, and then insert the motherboard to the middle frame of the phone. Just like that, and then install 3 screws. As you can see, this is the socket for the 5G millimeter wave antenna on this left slot, and another 5G millimeter wave antenna on the top right, which I don't have the module because I don't know where can I buy it. If you know where to buy the 5G millimeter wave antenna module, let me know and comment below. Install the battery, plug the flexible cable, the flexible hinge cable, install the charger port, and then the flexible signal cable. Now all I need to do is just install the top and the bottom plastic. And then moving on to the top plastic, you can see careful, and then screw down. The last thing that I'm going to do is to install the back glass. After heat up the middle frame and the back glass, it's time to reinstall. And then press down. Careful to avoid hurting your hand because the back glass is still very hot. Now back to my desk, and you can see the Galaxy Z Fold 2 is ready to use. Let's power it on. As you can see here, the boot animation is different. It says Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 2 5G, and this is the cover screen look like. This motherboard is the Galaxy Z Fold 2 Thom Browne edition. It will be perfect if I'm able to find the Galaxy Z Fold 2 Thom Browne edition and then install the motherboard on that housing. Unlock my phone first. Alright, so as you can see here, the difference is that the storage has been upgraded to 512 GB and it has 12 GB of RAM. As you can see here, this is You can see the signal indicator is now different. Before it only has 4 signal bar, and now it has 5. You can see this is what it looks like. 5 signal bar. One thing that is different on the settings is the Wi-Fi settings has been renamed into WLAN, because this is the Chinese version of the Galaxy Z Fold 2 motherboard, and it doesn't have the SIM manager, because the Hong Kong, China, and Taiwan version doesn't support eSIM. And as you can see here, the mobile network is also different. And you can see before it has 3G only. That option has been replaced to 5G, 4G, 3G, 2G auto connect. But this one has been renamed from LTE 3G 2G into 4G 3G 2G. Now let's change the settings, the network mode, to 5G network. This may take a while. Because the 5G network is not stable yet. But this is the 4G network. It doesn't show a 4G plus. And as you can see here, the device care has been replaced with Smart Manager. And it has 512 GB of storage. Here you can see here, the product name is Galaxy Z Fold 2 5G, and the model name has been changed to F9160. And you can see the software version. I cannot tap the Google Play System update because Google are banned from China. It runs the same Android and One UI 5.1.1. And you can see the service provider version has been changed. Before it was XID Indonesia, and now it has been changed to CHC. You can see China. So since the 5G is still not stable yet in my country, and this is what it looked like when I run a speed test of the 5G when traveling to Taiwan. And here you can see the speed is really fast when I was traveling to overseas. And this is what the 5G icon look like. The download speed is really fast. Oh, so now the SIM card is now able to receive 5G network connection. Let's go to the setting again. You can see the mobile network. It shows 5G network. Let's run a speed test. Let's run the speed test to see the result. As you can see here, 5G network. Run the test. Yeah, so you can see every time I try to run the speed test, every time I press run the speed test, usually the 5G will automatically going back to 4G network. Maybe because the 5G network connection is still not stable. So the only way I to do is turn it off and then turn it on again, but this will take a while. So that's the regular 4G, not the 4G plus. I got around like 40 megabits per second. So that's all how to upgrade your Galaxy Z Fold 2 from LTE to 5G. If you enjoy this video, be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you around.